about hotels and we were talking about all kinds of travel plays, but IndiGlobe really, I mean, right?
Yeah.
Definition of travel, and has really traveled a far, far distance from where it was a year ago, Sonia was mentioning. The first trades are coming up on your screen. So you've got 24,030 on the Nifty, so this is flattish. The sensex is starting, basically a little flat as well, so not very much change, at least on the frontline indices. So nothing, 0.05, 0.01. So these are what we have coming through. The Nifty Bank is also up on your screen with, again, absolutely quiet start this Monday, right? The mid-cap index is also starting in a very unusually quiet fashion. Not used to these kind of markets where it's all been boom, boom for the last so many weeks now. Last week was a big one, and of course, the month of June was a particularly great month as well. Some large cap stocks, etc., which are starting to show up at the bottom of the screen: Tata Steel, Nestle, ONGC. But I suspect there are bigger movers in the broader market reacting to news flow, etc. So let's take it there.
Okay, yes, a lot of individual stocks in focus actually. So let's get straight to it. IRDA, right? 4.5% higher on IRDA this morning on the back of the strong growth that IRDA has seen in terms of their disbursements. By the way, Escorts Kubota is under pressure now because of the sales numbers and the weakness that we've seen there. Barely a 1% growth on their domestic sales, and overall sales are actually under pressure. And then a couple of other names, Bajaj Auto as well. Let's pull that one up. Numbers are slightly better than what the street was estimating, and Bajaj is up 1.5%. Hero is actually the top gainer right now. The valuations of Hero MotoCorp are looking compelling if you compare it to some of their peers. Maruti Suzuki as well. So all the auto stocks in anticipation of decent numbers are up almost about 1.5%. Eicher Motors also trending in the green right now. The Bank Nifty is just about under a bit of pressure, nothing alarming, but just kind of slightly soft. In terms of other stocks in the broader markets, you have Zomato, India Cements, it's slightly under pressure right now. NTPC, BHEL, RVNL that are down anywhere between 0.5% or so. Tire stocks have been gaining ground on the back of the impending price hikes across some of them. So JK Tires is up 4.5%. A couple of other names also looking good. And railway stocks were the big movers last week as well. Texmaco Rail is up another 2.5%. So keep that on your radar. Something like a BEL, Dish TV, Bajaj Hindustan also trending in the green. So not a bad market, you'd have to say. By the way, there's a 2% block deal that has happened in Religare. So just keep that on your radar as well. I think 1.9% equity has changed hands in Religare. So that's one stock that we're looking at this morning too. But otherwise, after the big run we had last week, just consolidating.
Well, that's right, Sonia. And CDSL, that's another stock that's flying away. It's up close to around 6%. They're going to be considering a bonus issue. So that stock's up and about, up close to around 6%. L&T Finance, well, that one, in fact, is up close to around 2%. UBS has initiated a buy rating, target price of 230 rupees. They believe the company is on par to expand its balance sheet after more than 5 years as it nears completion of its loan book shift from wholesale to retail. So that's another stock that's doing pretty well. Well, another one that's doing well is PVR. Kalki, that was released over the weekend, it's clocked, I think, more than 300 crores. And yesterday as well was a pretty good day. So it picked up. Bit of a dip is what we saw on Friday and Saturday. But on Sunday, the collections, I believe, are up close to around 85 crores. So on the back of a strong performance of Kalki, that stock, in fact, is up and about in today's trading session. A few more notable winners. You have Sambandhana Motherson as well. That's up close to around 2.5%. So that's moving high as we speak. And Reliance Infra, that stock is down close to around 6%. Zomato as well has come in for some profit taking. That one as well down close to around 2.5%. Prashant.
No, absolutely. And, the indices are, again, kind of deciding where they want to go. But I think, as you guys mentioned, there is enough and more happening as far as individual stocks are really concerned. So, maybe just a couple of more names before we go any further. I think CDSL is up another. CDSL is starting. See that big move, by the way, that bonus proposal. It went up 10% plus. It's up 2%. It's got very large volumes for this point in the day. And these shipbuilders are coming up with large gains. Cochin is up 3%. Garden Reach is up 3% as well. Walkhard, I'm not sure if we mentioned, Walkhard is up 12%. 768 on Walkhard. There is, of course, that molecule which Ekta had been highlighting. So 772 coming through on Walkhard. It was a big day on Friday as well for Walkhard Pharma. Solara went up 10%. I think there is a new broker initiation there. 3.5% on Solara, 563. It was up 10% on Friday. Solara. Patanjali is up 4%, 4.5%, 5% actually. So decent sized volume. So, and by the way, volumes are picking up across the board as we are tracking this now. Stanley, the new listing, I think that's up about 4%. And we'll have, okay, I think we'll have that, we'll have rates on that a little later. Godrej Properties is up about 1%. And I can look at other stuff. CMS Info, Iron Exchange is up 6%. So VATech, Vabag and Iron Exchange were big movers on Thursday, not Friday, but Thursday. And I can spot Iron Exchange with a 6-7% move right now. We should look at VATech as well and see if there is something happening there. 2:1, by the way, advances to decline ratio. Idea is the biggest volume-led loser. Idea ended down on Friday and it's down once again. So profit booking continues here. Stocks just under 18 rupees. Zomato is down about 2.5%, 195-ish on Zomato. But I can't really spot anything else big. Titagarh is down 3.5%. Moil is down about 2.25%. GMR Infra is down about 1%. Reliance Infra is down about 5%, 190-ish on Reliance Infra. There is Medanta, which is coming up with a 3.5-4% cut. So this is, I mean, the broader market which is coming up with volumes right now.
I just want to point out Dixon Tech. I know we've talked about that stock a lot, but just look at the move there. 12,000 now, 12,300 on Dixon Tech. It has been the biggest mover in 2024 so far. I think the stock is up almost 90% in 2024. You know, this is that era of some of these companies. I mean, been a darling of the stock market. Once again, come back to action in a big way and, you know, fresh high on that one.
I mean, just incredible moves here in the entire EMS space. And Dixon, as you said, clearly has been the leader of the pack. JB Chemicals is also seeing a very sharp move. I mean, we are flashing at the bottom of the screen. Kotak, I think, has initiated coverage. And they're calling it out as a great performer business-wise. Harsha,